Listen to me very carefully. Most people don't fail because they don't have the talent, the brains, or the opportunity. They fail because they sleep on their dreams. They push their vision into tomorrow, into next year, into someday. But someday never comes. If you want to build something extraordinary, you cannot sleep on your dreams. You have to chase them, fight for them, sacrifice for them. I didn't come to America with money. I didn't have connections. I didn't even speak English well, but I had a dream and I refused to sleep on it. When I was a teenager in Austria, my dream of becoming Mr. Universe and a movie star seemed insane to everyone around me. Do you know what people said? They laughed. They said, Arnold, you're crazy. No Austrian kid ever becomes Mr. Universe. No Austrian kid ever goes to Hollywood. Forget about it. But I didn't forget about it. I lived for it. I woke up early for it. I trained for it. I worked jobs for it. I sacrificed weekends, comfort, and even friendships for it. Because when you are serious about your dream, you don't just talk about it, you build your life around it. Most people are living in a comfort zone that kills their potential. They go to school, they get a job, they follow routines. Nothing wrong with stability. But if you have a dream inside you, a fire, a calling, you cannot afford to ignore it. Dreams don't chase you, you have to chase them. Too many of you are waiting for the perfect time. You say, I'll do it when I have more money. I'll do it when I have more confidence. I'll do it when things settle down. Let me tell you the truth. Things will never settle down. There is no perfect time. The perfect time is the moment you decide to act. When I moved to America, I could barely understand half the words in a conversation, but I didn't complain. I didn't feel sorry for myself. I didn't make excuses. I learned English by listening, reading newspapers, watching television, and practicing every day. I didn't have time to be embarrassed. I had dreams bigger than my fear. This is the attitude you need. Stop being afraid of looking stupid. Stop being afraid of failing. Failure is part of success. The only real failure is not trying at all. I see too many people who treat their dreams like hobbies. They only work on them when they feel inspired, when they have free time, when they're in the mood. That is not how champions are made. If you want to succeed, you have to treat your dream like oxygen, like something you cannot live without. When I was preparing for bodybuilding competitions, I trained 6 hours a day. Rain or shine, sore or not sore, motivated or unmotivated, it didn't matter. I showed up because the body doesn't care how you feel. It only responds to discipline. The same goes for life. Dreams don't care about your feelings, they care about your actions. People ask me all the time, Arnold, what's the secret? And I tell them the truth. There is no secret. There's only vision, hard work, and persistence. You cannot just want it, you have to plan it. You have to sweat for it. You have to stay consistent when everyone else quits. Success is not built on luck. Success is built on the days you show up when you don't want to, on the sacrifices you make that no one sees, on the discipline you practice when nobody is watching. Dreams are fragile. If you don't protect them, people will destroy them. They will tell you it's impossible, they will laugh, they will try to bring you down. Why? Because your dream makes them uncomfortable. Your ambition reminds them of their laziness. Don't take advice from people who have never done what you want to do. If they haven't built it, if they haven't lived it, they don't know what it takes. Listen to the people who have been there. Surround yourself with champions, not complainers. When I trained for bodybuilding, my friends wanted me to go out partying, drinking, staying up late. I said no. I had to get up at 5 a.m. and train. They didn't understand it. But when I became Mr. Universe at 20, when I became the youngest ever to hold that title, suddenly everyone understood. Sacrifice now, celebrate later, that's the formula. Don't sleep on your dreams. Let me be very clear. Dreaming is easy. Everyone has dreams. The hard part is the discipline, the consistency, the obsession with execution. Dreams without action are just fantasies. They are movies playing in your head. If you don't act, you're not a dreamer, you're a sleeper. You're asleep while life passes you by. Wake up, chase your vision. If you want to be extraordinary, you cannot live like ordinary people. I came from nothing, a small village, no money, no name. And yet, because I refused to sleep on my dreams, I became Mr. Olympia. I became a Hollywood superstar. I became governor of California, not because I was the smartest, not because I was the most talented, but because I was relentless. If I can do it, you can do it. Your background does not decide your future, your actions do. Don't think small. Don't aim for average. Don't let the world shrink your imagination. If your dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. If it doesn't make people laugh at you, it's not bold enough. When people laughed at me for saying I would be in movies, I laughed back because I knew something they didn't. I knew I would outwork them all. The laugh at the beginning always turns into applause at the end if you stay consistent. Stop wasting time. Stop scrolling. Stop procrastinating. Stop waiting for motivation. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. Discipline is everything. You don't need to feel like it. You need to do it anyway. That's how you win. Every rep in the gym, every extra hour of study, every sacrifice you make that's building your future, brick by brick, day by day. You have a choice. You can either sleep on your dreams and wake up one day full of regret, or you can wake up every day and chase your dreams with everything you've got. Don't be the person who says, I could have been. Be the person who says, I did it. Success is not given, it is earned. So, what's it gonna be? Are you going to sleep on your dreams? Or are you going to wake up, get to work, and fight for the life you know you deserve? The answer is up to you. Remember this: discipline beats talent, consistency beats luck, and action beats everything. Don't sleep on your dreams, because if you do, someone else will wake up and live them. Dreams are not just wishes you whisper into the night sky. They are the blueprints of your future. But too many of you are sleeping on them literally. You think talking about them is enough. You think daydreaming about them makes you different. But let me tell you, everybody has dreams. The difference between the people who make them real and the people who bury them is action. When I was a young boy in Austria, I had dreams far bigger than my small town. My dream was to be the greatest bodybuilder in the world, then the biggest movie star, then a leader who could make an impact. If I had slept on those dreams, if I had treated them like fantasies instead of missions, you wouldn't even know my name today. Don't sleep on your dreams. Get up, get moving, and attack them every single day like your life depends on it, because it does. The first step to making your dream a reality is to stop treating it like a hobby. Too many people think of their dreams like side projects, something they'll work on when they have time. That attitude guarantees failure. Do you think I treated bodybuilding like a side project? No. I treated it like a full-time mission, even when I had nothing. I worked construction during the day, and at night, when I was exhausted, I trained and studied English. I didn't wait for perfect conditions. I didn't say, one day I'll focus. No, I focused when it was inconvenient, when it was painful, when it looked impossible. That's how you move from dreamer to doer. If you treat your dream casually, you will become a casualty. Your dreams will test you. They will demand sacrifice. And most people are not willing to give it. They say they want success, but they don't want to miss the party. They don't want to miss sleep. They don't want to wake up early. They don't want to feel uncomfortable. That is why they stay average. I gave up comfort to chase greatness. I gave up nights out with friends. I gave up the easy path. When I moved to America, I didn't even have enough money, but I had enough hunger. And that hunger kept me going when everything around me told me to quit. Ask yourself, are you willing to give up comfort for your dream? Or are you going to keep sleeping on it while time passes you by? Here's the harsh truth. Nobody is coming to wake you up. Nobody's coming to knock on your door and say, hey, it's time to build your dream. That's your responsibility. Your dream will die if you treat it with laziness. I see people complain, Arnold, I don't have support. I don't have motivation. Stop waiting for support. Stop waiting for motivation. If I waited for motivation, I would still be in Austria. I created my own motivation by taking action, by seeing progress, by building momentum. When I won my first little bodybuilding competition, it wasn't just a trophy, it was proof that my dream was alive. And that proof fueled me to go further. Momentum is your best friend. But you don't get momentum lying in bed. You get it by moving, by taking steps even when they feel small. Too many people are dream hoarders. They collect dreams but never execute them. They say, I want to start a business. I want to get in shape. I want to travel the world. I want to be an artist. Beautiful dreams, but useless without action. I had only one dream at a time, and I obsessed over it until it became real. When I focused on bodybuilding, I didn't half commit. I lived in the gym. When I turned to acting, I didn't casually audition. I took lessons, I learned, I perfected. That's how you must treat your dream, with obsession, with commitment, with absolute seriousness. Stop being a dream collector. Be a dream achiever. And don't tell me you're too old or too young. Age is an excuse people use to avoid chasing their dreams. When I was 15, people laughed at me for wanting to be Mr. Olympia. They said I was too young, too skinny, too Austrian. When I was 40, people laughed at me for wanting to be the highest paid movie star. They said my accent, my body, my name, all wrong for Hollywood. When I was 56, people doubted me again when I entered politics. Too inexperienced, too unconventional, too risky. Every stage of my life, people had reasons why I couldn't succeed. If I had believed them, if I had slept on my dreams, I would have ended up living their small lives, not my big one. Forget excuses. Forget age. Forget permission. Your dream is waiting for you right now. The secret is discipline. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. Motivation fades, excitement fades, but discipline will carry you when nothing else does. Every morning, I woke up with my goals in front of me. I didn't care if I was tired. I didn't care if I was sore. The weights didn't care about my feelings. The scripts didn't care about my doubts. The speeches didn't care about my fears. I had to show up regardless. That's discipline. If you only work when you feel like it, your dreams will stay asleep forever. But if you show up every day, no matter what, your dreams will open their eyes and come alive. Dreams are also not linear. Don't think it will be a straight road. I failed so many times. I lost competitions. I got rejected from roles. I faced criticism in politics. But every failure was just a test. And the test was simple. Are you serious about this dream, or are you ready to give up? Every time I chose to keep going. That is why I succeeded. Failure is not the end of your dream, it is part of the process. Don't fear it. Use it. Learn from it. It's sharpening you, preparing you, building you into the person who can actually handle the dream when it arrives. Another thing, don't expect everyone to understand your dream. They won't. Most people can't see what you see. They will call you crazy, unrealistic, delusional, good. That means your dream is big enough. If everyone agrees with it, it's probably too small. I was called crazy my entire life. Crazy for bodybuilding, crazy for acting, crazy for politics. But I'd rather be crazy chasing greatness than sane living small. You need to build a thick skin. Stop caring about opinions. Opinions won't build your dream. Hard work will. And let me tell you this, your dream is not just for you. When you chase your dream, when you make it real, you inspire others. People see what is possible. My dream to be a bodybuilder inspired thousands of young athletes. My dream to be an actor inspired people with accents, with disadvantages, to believe they could make it. My dream to serve as governor inspired people who thought they were stuck in one identity to reinvent themselves. Your dream, once realized, becomes fuel for other people's dreams. So don't sleep on it, it's bigger than you. Time is running. Every day you delay, your dream gets weaker. Every day you procrastinate, you lose momentum. You don't have forever. You have now. One life, one chance. Don't waste it scrolling, complaining, or waiting. Wake up. Take your dream seriously. Break it into steps. Attack it with discipline. Protect it from distractions. Build it piece by piece until it becomes unshakable reality. So here's my challenge to you. Tonight, before you go to bed, write down your dream. Not a vague wish, be specific. Then write the first 3 actions you can take tomorrow. Small, simple, clear. And then do them. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't sleep on it. That's how you wake your dream up, by acting on it today, not someday. Remember this. I was once just a boy with a dream in a small Austrian town. No money, no connections, no English, just a dream. And I didn't sleep on it. I built it 1 rep, 1 roll, 1 risk at a time. If I can do it, you can too. But you must stop treating your dream like a pillow and start treating it like a mission. The world does not reward dreamers. It rewards doers. So don't sleep on your dreams. Get up, get moving, and build the life you were meant to live. Listen, when I came to America, people told me to calm down, to be realistic, to tone down my goals. They said, Arnold, you already made it as Mr. Universe. Isn't that enough? Why chase Hollywood? But let me tell you something, when you settle for enough, you kill your own spirit. Your dreams are not meant to be silenced. They are not meant to be put to sleep. If you dare to dream, it means you already have the seed of greatness inside you. And if you let that seed rot because you're afraid of failure, or because you listen to people who never dared themselves, then you are betraying your own future. The world belongs to those who refuse to rest on good enough. The world belongs to those who stay hungry. The hardest thing about dreams is not dreaming them, it's waking up every single day and doing the boring, painful, repetitive work to bring them alive. Everyone loves the idea of being rich, famous, respected. Everyone loves the idea of building an empire. But very few are willing to wake up at 5 a.m. to train, to grind, to learn, to work when nobody's watching. That's why most people's dreams remain just that, dreams. The graveyard is full of brilliant ideas and untapped potential. Do you want your dream to end up there too? Or do you want to be the rare one who breathes life into it? The answer is in your daily actions, not in your wishful thinking. Every single success in my life started with one uncomfortable step. When I arrived in America, I barely spoke English. I was laughed at for my accent. I was rejected in auditions. I was broke. But I told myself, Arnold, you didn't cross an ocean to quit now. You came here to build something legendary. And every day I did the small steps. English classes, acting lessons, endless hours of lifting weights, cold calling agents, auditions after auditions, 99 rejections for 1 yes. That's how you build a dream. You don't sleep on it, you fight for it, inch by inch, day by day, until reality bends in your favor. You see, people confuse dreaming big with waiting. They think if they believe hard enough, somehow it will just happen. Let me break it to you. No miracle is coming. No one is going to knock on your door and hand you the life you want. You must demand it from yourself. Dreams are not sleeping pills, they are alarm clocks. They're supposed to wake you up in the morning and push you to move, to act, to sacrifice. If your dream doesn't wake you up earlier, doesn't keep you disciplined, doesn't make you uncomfortable, then it's not a dream, it's just a fantasy. And fantasies don't change the world. Now let's talk about pain. Everyone wants to avoid it, Everyone runs from it. But let me tell you, the pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of regret is eternal. I chose the pain of discipline every single day. When my friends went partying, I stayed in the gym. When people laughed at my accent, I stayed in the acting class. When critics said I would never make it, I stayed focused on the vision. It hurt, it was lonely, but I would rather suffer today and live my dream tomorrow than sleep easy today and die with regrets. That's the choice you must make. Temporary pain or permanent regret. Which one do you choose? The greatest enemy of your dream is comfort. Comfort is the warm bed that tells you to sleep another hour instead of working. Comfort is the voice that says, tomorrow. Comfort is the people around you who settle for mediocrity and expect you to do the same. Comfort is poison dressed as peace. I didn't come this far to be comfortable. I came to conquer. I came to leave a legacy. And you, if you have a dream, must train yourself to kill comfort every single day. Push past it. Step into discomfort until it feels normal. That's how champions are born. Discipline is not punishment, it is the highest form of self-love. When you say no to laziness, no to distractions, no to excuses, you are saying yes to your dream. You are proving to yourself that your future matters more than your feelings. Feelings are temporary, but results last forever. Don't wait to feel motivated. Motivation is weak. Motivation disappears. Discipline stays. You don't brush your teeth because you're motivated, you do it because it's a habit. Treat your dream the same way. Make discipline automatic. That's how you stop sleeping on your dreams and start building them brick by brick. And let me remind you, your dream is not just about you. It's about everyone you inspire when they see you fight. It's about the people who told you that you couldn't do it. It's about your family who will benefit from your success. It's about the legacy you leave behind. Imagine years from now, looking your children in the eyes and saying, I didn't give up on myself, and that's why we are here. Or imagine the opposite, explaining to them that you could have been more, but you chose laziness, excuses, and comfort instead. Which story do you want to tell? Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for perfect timing. There is no perfect time. The perfect time is the moment you decide, the moment you stop saying one day and start saying day one, the moment you stop feeling sorry for yourself and start acting like a warrior. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody will build your dream for you. This is your fight. And if you don't fight for it, you don't deserve it. Simple as that. You know, when I look back, the reason I made it wasn't because I was the strongest or the smartest or the luckiest. It was because I refused to let my dream sleep. I fed it every day with action. I trained it with discipline. I protected it from negativity. And I didn't quit when things got hard. That's the formula. It's not glamorous. It's not easy, but it works. You don't need talent, you need persistence. You don't need approval, you need discipline. You don't need luck, you need courage. If you have those three things, your dream has no choice but to come alive. So I'll leave you with this. Wake up. Stop making excuses. Stop living in fantasy. Your dream is calling you, and every day you delay, it slips further away. You can either sleep on it until it dies, or you can rise up and fight for it until it lives. The choice is yours. But remember, this life will not wait for you. Time will not slow down. Every day you waste is a day you never get back. When I say don't sleep on your dreams, I'm not talking about literally staying awake all night. I'm talking about the metaphor of letting your dreams pass you by because you choose comfort over commitment. Every person has had a vision in their mind of what life could look like. Maybe you see yourself starting a business, or building a stronger body, or creating financial freedom. But the difference between those who achieve and those who don't is simple action. Every day you wait. Every day you put it off. Every day you make an excuse. You are sleeping on that dream. You are letting it slip through your fingers while you comfort yourself with distractions. The clock doesn't care about your excuses. The clock keeps ticking. The question is, Are you awake and chasing it, or asleep and losing it? When I first started lifting weights in Austria, I had a dream to become Mr. Universe. People thought I was crazy. They said it was impossible for a boy from a small village. But every rep I did in the gym was me staying awake to my dream. Every time I skipped the parties, every time I refused to waste the night, I was staying awake. I was telling myself, this dream matters more than sleepwalking through life. And that's the truth for you as well. You can't expect to coast through life doing what's easy and still build something extraordinary. Extraordinary demands that you pay attention, that you stay awake, that you stop treating your dreams like some distant fantasy and start living like it's urgent, because it is. Dreams don't die on their own. They die because people kill them with inaction, laziness, or doubt. I've met so many talented people in my life who never became anything, not because they didn't have the genetics, not because they didn't have the skills, but because they didn't have the discipline. They hit snooze on their ambitions again and again until the dream expired. And then they look back and say, I could have been something. Don't be that person. Don't let your dreams die because you couldn't wake yourself up from comfort. Dreams are fragile, but at the same time, they are powerful. If you nurture them, if you fight for them, they grow into something unstoppable. But if you neglect them, they vanish like smoke. The world is already full of average. The world has no shortage of people who settle, who compromise, who talk big but live small. But there's always space for the person who refuses to give up. There's always room for the one who takes their dreams seriously enough to sacrifice. If you want to rise above, if you want your name to mean something, then stop waiting for motivation to knock on your door. Motivation is unreliable. What you need is consistency, discipline, and the willingness to be uncomfortable. You think I felt like training 2 times a day when I was young? You think I enjoyed waking up before sunrise to lift heavy weights while my friends were sleeping? Of course not. But I did it because the dream mattered more than my feelings in the moment. That's the mindset you need to develop if you want to win. One of the biggest lies people tell themselves is that they have time. They say, I'll start tomorrow. I'll get serious next month. I'll chase it when the timing is right. But the timing will never be perfect. The stars will never align. There will always be distractions, obstacles, and challenges. Waiting for the right time is just another way of sleeping on your dreams. The right time is now. The right moment is the one you're in. The people who succeed are not the ones who had everything handed to them at the perfect moment. They're the ones who took imperfect action, who stumbled, who failed, but who kept moving anyway. That's how you bring a dream to life, through relentless forward motion. Let me tell you something important. Nobody's coming to save your dream. Not your parents, not your friends, not your boss, not the government, nobody. It's on you. And the moment you realize that, the moment you stop expecting someone else to wake you up, that's the moment you become unstoppable. When I came to America, I didn't know the language well. I had no money, no connections, but I had a dream. And that dream became my alarm clock. It pushed me to work harder than anyone else. It forced me to study English at night, to network, to take risks, to fail and get back up. If I had waited for someone else to carry me, I would still be in Austria dreaming of America. Instead, I made it real. That is the choice you face every day. Will you wait or will you move? Too many people waste their life because they confuse rest with laziness. Yes, the body needs recovery. Yes, sleep is important. But there is a difference between resting strategically and living passively. Rest is earned after effort. Laziness is when you live in effort avoidance. If you want to succeed, you need to recognize that your dream is bigger than your excuses. If you're tired, keep going. If you're broke, get creative. If you're scared, face it anyway. Every obstacle you overcome becomes proof that you are not sleeping on your dreams. Every time you push past resistance, you build momentum. And momentum is what separates those who finish from those who quit. You see, success is not about talent. It's about obsession. When I was a young bodybuilder, I wasn't the strongest in the gym. I wasn't the biggest, but I was the most obsessed. I thought about my dream all day long. I trained harder than anyone else. I visualized winning the competition before I ever stepped on the stage. That obsession made me unstoppable. And the same applies to you. If you want to build something great, you must become obsessed with it. You must wake up thinking about it, work on it all day, and go to sleep planning your next move. That's not unhealthy. That's how greatness is built. Dreams don't respond to half effort. They respond to total commitment. Another thing, stop comparing your dream to someone else's. Maybe your friend got success faster. Maybe someone in your field is ahead of you. Who cares? This is not their race. This is your race. The only competition that matters is with yourself, the you from yesterday. Are you better than that version? Did you move closer to your goal, even by one small step? That's what counts. Don't let jealousy or comparison put you back to sleep. Let it fuel you to work harder. Let it remind you that success is possible, but only for those who stay awake and fight. Now, some people will say, but Arnold, I tried and I failed. I tried again and I failed again. Good. That means you're in the game. That means you're awake. Failure is not the end. Failure is the process. I failed many times. I lost competitions before I ever won. I got rejected in Hollywood more times than I can count. People told me I had the wrong body, the wrong accent, the wrong look. If I had gone back to sleep after those failures, you would have never heard my name. But I stayed awake. I stayed in the fight. That's why I tell you, don't quit just because you stumble. Learn, adjust, push forward. The dream doesn't require perfection. It requires persistence. And here's the ultimate truth. You will regret the dreams you didn't chase more than the ones you failed at. Regret is heavier than failure. Regret eats at you every day because you know you didn't even try. Don't let that be your story. When you're old, when you look back at your life, you want to say, I gave it everything, not I slept on my potential. You want to feel the satisfaction of knowing that even if you fell short, you fought with all you had. That is what makes life worth living. That is what gives meaning. Don't cheat yourself by living half awake. Wake up fully, chase your dream, and make it real. So the next time you feel like putting it off, the next time you feel like your dream can wait, remember this. Life is short. Time is limited. Your opportunity is now. Don't sleep on your dreams, because one day you might not get another chance. Be relentless. Be obsessed. Be unstoppable. If I could do it from a small village in Austria with nothing but a vision, so can you. The only question is, will you stay awake long enough to make it happen?